Welcome to Blessed Hands by Lillian. This is Lillian. Today or tonight, I'm going to show you another haul from the bin stores. This time I went to the new store that's called Black Friday Outlet. And they opened on this Friday. Today is Sunday. They opened on, They opened on Friday, and I went Friday, and I went Saturday, and I went again today to pick up a few items that I saw, and I said I'll just wait a couple of days. One of the main items that I picked up that made me come back today to see if I could get two more of them is a concept that I'm going to do. Well, I'm doing a women's conference this weekend, and I saw the blanket, and all I could see was God. Something had to do with God. And I got the blanket. I didn't know what else it was, what else was in the words, but I just saw a big gold part. They had it shrink wrapped. And I went on and I got it, and when I got home and I opened it up, and what it said was child of God, a precious child of God. Well, I automatically started talking to my husband, and we came up with a concept for me to do like 3 baskets with a prayer journal, and I found this block. I'll show you real quick what the block looks like. But when I showed him the block, excuse me for having my back turned to you, but when I showed him the block, he said definitely put this block in there. Well, this is the block. It has a saying on every side. One says pray, love, faith, hope. It has a cross at the bottom, and it has a cross on the top. Well, I'm going to put that in to this concept. And then some time ago, I bought these prayer journals, and I had not used them just yet. And this is the prayer journal, and it came with some stickers and stuff like that with it. But it's a really nice prayer journal, excuse me. It doesn't have dates on it. It has days that you could actually put information. Let's see if I can show it to you better. And it's like weekly reflections and stuff like that in there. And I bought this maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago at the bin store. So I'm going to put one of these in there, and of course, I have to put my prayer card, and see, my prayer cards go with this, because this is a purple tinge on here. My prayer cards go with this, so this is going to be inside. But let me show you the blanket, and then I have a few more other items that I'm going to add to it. So I have to move back, I believe. I'm going to have to scoot back so I can try to get this entire blanket in this picture. Well, let me see if maybe, give me a minute. I'm going to shut the door. And I'm going to use the door as my backdrop to help me so I can stand up with the blanket in my hand. Okay, here's the blanket, and I'll just show sides of it. And that's the bottom. And see, this is the part that I saw that said with God. But this is a pretty big blanket, and everywhere it has sayings all over it. So what I did was I went back today I went back today to get two more to see if they had two more so that I could make three of these. I have I'm going to Hobby Lobby tomorrow, and I'm going to get a cake box, the like the sheet cake box, and they had one that was 19 by 14 or something like that size. And what I want to do with that, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to show you almost how I'm going to try to put it in in the sheet cake box. But this is what I'm going to do. I want to make sure that I'm getting three of them, and I'll have three different sayings on each one. It's like to give you an idea. Because each big square has a saying, and I'm going to put it where you see the saying, and then the other items, I'm going to put them under the bottom. Because what I want you to see is each saying. And when I go and get the boxes tomorrow, I will probably do them tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'll probably go ahead and do a video with me making this concept together. But today was $6. Yesterday was $8 when I first saw that blanket. And when I went online, that blanket is like $35. So it don't make a difference to me which day I bought it. I still did well with the blanket for only $6 or $8. The last couple of days, some of the items that I've purchased were different prices, $8, $6. I also go to $2 day, and I go to $1 day, but sometimes I go to these other days because I go looking for vinyl. And to give you an example of today, I found a roll of vinyl for my Cameo and my Cricut cutters. I look for vinyl a lot. Well, this box, everywhere I go, every time I go to a bin store, I'm looking for boxes like this, because these are the larger boxes and they carry a lot of vinyl in them. Well, this orange one here was the only one I saw in the whole store, and it's for car decals and different things like that. Well, when I scanned this this roll right here is $35 because of how much vinyl is on here. And I bought it today for $6. Now, yesterday I went and I bought 5 rolls of white heat. This is premium vinyl, so this doesn't get heated up. This can be for your car decals, your tumblers, various things like that. But the one that I was most excited about was this box. My husband went with me, and he came back and showed me. I hadn't even seen these yet in the aisles that I had gone down. He came back and asked me, was this a good deal? And when I saw that it was heat transfer vinyl, I told him, yes, it's a good deal. Well, I forgot how much the rolls was, but this roll here it was either $43, wasn't 34. I think it was 40. It was either $40 or $43. And this is how much is on this roll. And this is heat transfer vinyl. Now, what this is used for is to put, when you do your t-shirts, when you do, you can put it on anything, tote bags, all of that kind of stuff. And I do a lot of tote bags, and I do a lot of t-shirts. Matter of fact, I just finished 10 sweatshirts, and I had a left chest, design on one, and I had on the left chest it was a design, and then on the right sleeve was a design going down the arm. And I used white heat transfer vinyl like this. Well, that roll of vinyl cost me, if you go to Michael's, which you probably want to try to find other companies, but if you go to Michael's to buy a roll of heat transfer vinyl, that's because I use Caesar brand when I go a lot of times. Well, Michael's has that one roll for, I want to say $34, and it's either 36 feet or 72 feet. 12, 24, 36. Yeah. And most of the time your vinyl mat is either 12 inches or it's 24 inches. So to kind of help you figure that one out for a minute, if I'm using, and in my case, I had to use the 24-inch one to do that. Well, by the time I finished doing three of those 24-inch rolls, let me actually show you the mat. And maybe this may help somebody understand who's just starting out with the Cricuts and stuff. Well, this is a 12 by 24 mat. When I buy the vinyl, when I bought that roll of vinyl from Michael's, I need 3 of these. I had to do 3 of these. Well, that's 24, that's 24, that's 48, and then another one. Well, that roll of vinyl was gone. And I still had to do the left chest. Now, the left chest, I end up doing 2 12-inch ones. Well, actually, which is half of this. So I had to buy another roll of vinyl in order to be able to do that one. Well, now that I have these, I bought 5 of these. And it's like I told my husband, I bought 5 of these at $8 yesterday. And today when we went back, it was like 4 left, but they were not in a box. So my point is I'm coming back. I'm going to go back on Dollar Day now because I'm finished with the stuff that I was looking for. Now, I'm going to go back on Dollar Day, and the ones that I saw, they were like this. They were not in this box because, see, the box helps you know what this is. But the average person does not know what this is just by looking at it. So when I go back on Dollar Day, I'm going to be looking for this roll in those bins. And if there's 3, 4, 5, 1, I'm going to get it. And that way I know that I will not have to worry about getting white heat transfer vinyl for a long while. So I was really, really happy about those. And today I found one yesterday and I found one today. And when I say I went through that whole store, I'm always looking for bags, some of the bigger bags. And I've looked up and found some on Dollar Day. I've actually found some on $3 Day. I've never really bought any when they were $10. I always waited till they were at least maybe $8 or $6. Well, today I went in and I saw this bag. And I was like, I don't know what size because it doesn't tell me what size. And at the time, I didn't care because it was a bag. Well, here's the bag. That's how long it is. And then when I decided to see, it's actually 29.5 by 36, 37, 36, 37, 38, 39, by 40. And it came 12 in a pack. And then I just got another one, and that one was 12 in a pack. So now I have actually 24 of this particular size bag. Now I found a lot of bags, but I've never found one that was this large. And what was even good about this particular bag is it came with all of these different color pool bowls. So I'm figuring there's 12 pool bowls to go with these 12 bags. And I'll open up one to see. Matter of fact, I can open it up and close it back. Yeah, let's open up this pretty purpley color. I'll open it up and do like I did with another one. Open it up, see what the bow look like, and then put it back. Close it back up. It's a pretty color. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Oh, okay. There we go. And it's really all of these colors are vibrant colors. I mean, they really stand out colors. But that's what it looks like. So I'm okay with, I'm pretty pleased with that. That will can definitely work for me. Okay, so now I just close it up and put it back in the bag. And that's what all the other ones look like. So I bought a lot of ribbon there, but I saw ribbon today for $6, but I don't buy ribbon for $6. I always buy my ribbon when it's down to $1 or $2. And a couple of them that I saw, and I'm hoping that it's still there, because if not, I'll be there saying, oh, well, you're lost. Because a couple of them was 100 yards. But I had already bought a whole lot of ribbon, and there was some of the repeat colors that I had, so I wasn't in no big hurry to get, you know, another thing of ribbon when I just bought a whole lot of ribbon in the last month or so. Because every time I go and I see 1.5, anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 inch ribbon, and it's usually 50 yards or 100 yards, I always buy it. Because I didn't have a ribbon stash, just like I'm now starting to have other inventory stashes, but I didn't have any of those. So now I have a collection. I have two large containers full of ribbon now. So on to the next thing that I found. I was looking at this in a bin, and it said brown contact paper. And I kept saying, well, what am I going to do with this contact paper? Well, I opened it up a little bit over here and pulled so I could get a really good look at what it looks like. And it is really pretty. Well, it's 17.3 inches by 1,200 feet. That is a very, very long roll. And a while ago, I watched some videos, and I think Claw was one of the people that I watched. And I watched a couple of other people, but right now I can't remember who all they were, but I think Claudia was one of the ones that I watched. And she took different wrapping paper and wrapped her boxes and wrapped it like regular regular post office box, and made different concepts with this pretty paper. Well, I decided to buy this one because, one, I like glitter stuff, but this was brown and it was glitter on it, and it was just really pretty to me. Well, when I looked it up on Amazon and scanned it, it was $99.95 for this roll. And regardless, there was no way I was leaving it in the store. But so I paid $6 for it. So I got a pretty good deal in that one. Another item that I found, I think I just bought it because I liked the box, the way it was, presented. It was sitting there. This is how it was sitting there, and I went on and went without looking to see what it was in there at the time because I couldn't figure out how to get the box open, and then I did. Well, I scanned the the code that was up here, and it said it was $76.95. And I kept saying, well, what in the world was $76.95 that's in this box? And what's in this box, forget. Okay. This flower arrangement was in this box. I haven't taken the paper off because this is exactly how it came. And I just kept looking at it, and it looks like it would light up. I said, it's got to do something if it's $76. And then I flipped it over, and it's battery operated, so that means it lights up. I haven't put any batteries in it and took the shrink wrap stuff off of it yet. But I'll be doing that in a little while so that I can see actually what it looks like, or rather say what's inside of it. But it was $6. I went on and got it because I said I can actually make a nice gift with it, because the way it came was it has a black and gold ribbon, but I think I would decorate it, or I'm not thinking, I am going to decorate the bottom of this box. I'm going to get some gold rhinestones, and I'm going to decorate the bottom of it. I'm going to make this box look really, really high end. And then I'll go inside and put batteries in it, and I'll see what all is left, how it actually looks. But I think it's going to look really pretty. Now, I found this bag, and me and my husband kept going back and forth because he kept saying it looks like the toiletry bag to him. And I told him, I said, well, it might be a toiletry bag, but I'm going to use it as a little purse. Well, it has 3 pockets. 3 zipper sides. And each zipper side is thick. Okay, and then you have the zipper in the middle. And you got the pocket, you got the little zipper pocket inside, and then you have a strap to carry it. So that's why I told him, I said, no, I'm going to carry this as a purse. This is going to be my a navy blue purse. And I like the trimming. It's orangey, a really dark orange color on each side, and all of the pulls, all the pull handles, everything that has a zipper, even the one in the inside, and everything else in the inside has that orange color. And then it puts the trim around here. And I like the fact of how they got the pleats right there. So I'm going to use this as a bag, regardless of whether or not it's supposed to be or not. But I'm going to use it as a bag. And I bought that today for $6 as well. Here's one of the main reasons that I've been going to other amounts, rather, not other times, other amounts, because I've been looking for, now that I found some in the beginning when I first started, I go in there now to look to see if I can find boxes that look like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I had it upside down. Especially for you boxes. Couple of videos I did where I did the haul from the bin store. I showed where I bought bigger boxes, and inside those boxes were tumblers and candles. Some had body wash and lotion and loofahs and all that kind of stuff. So now I be on the lookout for boxes that look like this, either big or small. I'll look for them. So when I found this one, and I really like this marble look of on the top, is the marble look is the only place. It's just right here on this top one. So when I opened it, the first thing that was sitting there, it says best grandma ever. So that told me that everything in here had to do with being a grandma gift. So you get the cosmetic bag, you get a little saying, like it's not a card per se, but it's just a little greeter, I guess, more so. And you can feel the dry flowers on that one. You have a tumbler, and all of the colors is like this minty green color. And it says best grandma ever again in that one. So right now the cosmetic bag and the tote bag are all the same. Then it gave you, it looked like maybe could be a hair scrubber to scrub your hair. And then it gave me a little bit of tissue paper in here. It gives you the straw with a little thing to clean it. And I'm not really sure what this was. I mean, I guess this is to scrub your body. But it doesn't match the color scheme that was in there, but it was in there. So I don't know if it was actually supposed to be in there or somebody just put it in there. And then last but not least, majority of them have come with candles. And this one is no different. And it comes with a candle that says best grandma ever. So I was saying I have a couple of options. I can use this and put it for a Christmas gift, or I can hold it until Mother's Day and put it with my Mother's Day stuff. So I said more than likely I might go ahead and do something, but I think I'm gonna have to take it out of this box and use something else. But I really like this, the way this box is, because they all come with their own boxes. Well, after finding this one, I turned around and I saw this box. See, this one I never opened. This one is still sealed the way it was when I found it. This one I had them unseal it, and this one says, "Mom, you are wow." And this one has a pretty box that goes with it. And when you open this one, you get a thank you card, a thank you card for your mom. And I like how they did this. They wrapped it. Well, you got your bath bomb, and this is not a small one. This is one of the larger size bath bombs. You get a puzzle piece, and the puzzle piece says, "Mom, thank you for being such an important piece of my life. Love you forever." And so that's pretty. Then you have the straw and the little cleaning part for the straw. It gives you the eye mask, a satin eye mask. It gives you a pink iridescent variegated, because it's light and dark. And then it says best mom ever. And it has a shimmer, like a silver shimmer to it. And then it has a candle. And this one says, "You are the best mom in the world." And then on top of that, I'll show you the inside of the box. And the inside of the box already has pink shredding in it. And I would just put more shredding in it and lift it up. And I think I'm kind of trying to decide what to do with the top of the box, but this is one also I would like to use the box for the concept. So if you have any ideas for me that how I can present this in this box, without losing the box, because I really want to use this box. I think this box is really nice. So if you have any ideas for me for the best way to use this box, because see, here's the flaps, here's the top, and I'm not sure how to use the box where I could actually put it up like this and put something else here to keep it there and use all of this like up, but then I'd have to cut some of this off. So if you've used one of these boxes before as the actual box, give me a comment and tell me where to look on your video, and I can go and look at how you did it. And what I'll end up doing this week is going on just putting in basket concepts using boxes and see what I find. For the last couple of weeks, I see these boxes all the time in the store, in the bin store, and I always open them up so that I can see what initials are in there, because they're actually cosmetic bag. You have a cosmetic bag, and this is an L. I found, when I say that I have seen these for the last 2 months, I have not found an L. And they have all different types. They have the, this is the canvas one, it's black and white. And then they have the one that's the, I can't even think of the type of burlap, the burlap one. And it has like a black initial on it with a flower around the design. It's like, say the M, and then it's a flower design that's all the way around it. And I never find a L. And today I was in there looking, and I said, well, here's another box. I'll just open it anyway. It's not going to be an L, but I'll look at it, see what it is. Lo and behold, I opened it up, and I finally got an L. So now I have an L for Lillian. And I think what I want to do with this is a pretty nice size box, bag. Has the little pockets for your water on the sides. Has the strap. Really nice. Got the zipper. Really nice heavy tote bag. And I think what I might end up doing with this is using it for my prayer. Using it to take it to go back and forth to church with my Bible and all of the stuff for Bible study and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this one, and I'm just happy to finally find a bag and a cosmetic bag that actually had my initials. So that was part of what I found. Now, my husband and I had a discussion about this next item that I'm going to show you. He was asking me what was I going to do with this thing. And I said, I don't know. I might make a basket concept with it, or I might just sell them with some flowers. And I have these jumbo cards that I found on the beginning of summer. And I bought like 30 of them. Well, I said I could possibly just go ahead and put that card with that bear, and then get a flower arrangement and put it in the bear's hands. So I'm gonna move back again. Hopefully I moved back far enough to give you a good look at this great big bear that I bought. Now, I'm going to take him out of the packaging. And when I looked and it saw that there's a zipper on him, well, I want him to be stuffed more. And this is just the stuffing that when we do our pillows and all of that. This is that kind of stuffing. So I'm going to probably go to the store and buy one of those 10-pound boxes of stuffing. And I'm going to stuff this bear some more so he can be really full. And when I do him like this, he will sit up. His head will sit up. And it won't, like right now, see, he kind of limp. But I want him to stand at attention. I want him, his everything to be stuffed some more. And I am going to definitely use this bear. And this bear gonna go out, I believe. I think I'm gonna put this bear out for Valentine's Day. I think I could do really well putting this bear with some flowers and one of those really large cards. And I think this would really sell well for me. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Give me a minute. Let me put him back in the wrapping. There we go. And see, and this is how I saw him. And I kept saying, is that a bear? Because it was in some kind of red bag that you could only see just little top of the head. And I went on and got it and would not put it down. I said, nope, I'm going to keep that. Well, my husband was looking through some stuff, and he came back with this where they had shrink the bag. And he said, I believe it's bears in there. Well, we opened it up when we got home, and lo and behold, it was 2 bears that was shrunk real down, you know, and I had to fluff them up, and it still got to be fluffed up some more. But on the little t-shirt says, it's Christmas Eve, we're so excited, but we both must sleep. So Santa Claus can bring our presents and we mustn't weep. We mustn't peep. I said weep earlier. We mustn't peep. Tell me all your wishes and close your little eyes. And in the morning, we may wake up to find a big surprise. And that's what's on. And it was 2 of them in a pack. And they're nice sized bears. And then that's the back side. And the t-shirt actually comes off. So if I don't want to use it for Christmas, I can just take the t-shirt off. But it came 2 in a pack. And of course, he saw 2 different ones. He saw 2 different packs. And we went on and got both of them because we didn't know what we were getting. But I said, if it's a bear, I don't really care. We're going to get it anyway. So I now have 4 of those bears. We also looked, I'm now in the process of wanting to get some blankets, and I saw this blanket and I just thought it was so pretty, and excuse me, but I could feel it was so nice. And I didn't, when I was checking to see if they were like a throw blanket, because it was $6 a day, and I said, no, this is actually bigger than a throw blanket. So I got that one, and I got this one. Now this one is really kind of, I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's real furry, but it's soft. It's a soft furry feel. And this one, it said, was something by 72 inches. Because this one here is bigger than that blue one that I just showed. And then I was in Rose's this week, this Friday. I went to Rose's, and I looked at this box here. It says it's an ultimate body care set. I looked at this box and I said, no, I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna get it, and because it was $19.99. So I said, no, I'm not going to get it. And I'm going to read what's in the inside of it. It has Vanilla Love Lip Balm, Dream Heaven Body Wash, Mint Mojito Body Lotion, Dream Heaven Hand Cream, Lavender Garden Body Wash, Vanilla Love Body Lotion, Lavender Garden Hand Cream, 4 times Mint Mojito Face Mask, and a bath poof. And my thoughts was, here's this one and this one match. This one and this one match. The red right here, this one match. That's 3. And then this one, the mint mojito, but this one right here by itself, it has face masks, 4 face masks underneath of there that can go with this one. So I said right there, that's 4 different concepts that I can use. Well, today it was $6. I saw it the other day when it was $10, but I said, no, if I happen to come back and it's on $6 day or whatever, I'll get it. So I bought 2 of those for $6 each. So I probably won't be going back. So I'm done for the week until Wednesday. I'll go back on I'm gonna go back on Wednesday on Dollar Day and see what out of some of the things that I saw that I said no, I wouldn't pay it. I won't pay $6 for that or $10 for that, but I would pay $1 for it. So I'm gonna go back and see if I see any of those items, and to see if I see any more of the vinyl, the heat transfer vinyl. So right now that is all I had. But I've been a busy little person the last couple of weeks. And like I told my husband yesterday when we were talking after we came from the bin store, and then today, this evening, when we came from the bin store, I told him that what I was trying to do was I didn't really have a lot of inventory, and I wanted to have some inventory, but I don't want inventory that's just going to sit on my shelves for me to just be able to say, oh, I got some inventory now. No, I need inventory so that I can make stuff. And today I'm not doing a haul on that one, and I've already put it in the back before I thought about it. But yesterday I did a video showing some of the items that I got from Dollar General. And I bought the smaller versions was called small snack trays, but the bigger version was called a container, pretty much. But they were all of these different colorful containers. Well, I bought a lot yesterday when I thought I had more than I had bought on this large particular one. Give me a minute. Let me just go get one of them. Okay, I'm back. What I did was I only bought, I bought all of that one store had. And when I went in my one that's right here up the street from my house, I left these 2 thinking that I already had yellows and blues. And I was like, I don't need those. Well, when I got home, I didn't have any blue, and this was the only one that they had. And I went to $1 General a couple days ago and got everything that they had. So I went back today to get these 2, and I had 2 of every color of these, and it was only 1 in the yellow. Well, I left all the rest of them because all I did, well, let me do it this way to show you what I did. I had 2 blue, 2 coral, and 2, and there again, I thought I had yellow at home. So this is what I had already. Well, today, I went back to Dollar General because I wanted to get the rest of these. I was like, no, whatever they got left, I'm going to go ahead and take them. So I get there, and I'm talking to the guy at the register, and I said, is your buy one, get one free still in effect? And he told me, he said, no, ma'am, it was over yesterday. So I said, okay, well, I still want them because I'm going to need them later on. Well, I didn't pay any attention, wasn't looking at what the guy was doing. I don't know if he overrode it or not, or if it just rang up that way, but I ended up getting every last one of these for 50 cents instead of $1 each. And I was like, well, I thank you. I told him I thank you because like I said, I don't know if he did it because I wasn't paying attention to him. I don't know if he did them, overrode it himself, but I got them all for 50 cents. So I was like, I'm not going to complain about it one bit. I wish I could have gotten a few more yellow, but that was the only one that they had in yellow, and I had already taken everything that this other store had. So, and I know I might go somewhere else and they may say, ma'am, they're not on sale. So I just kind of wanted to share that part that, I just feel that when you do stuff and you do stuff with God in mind, and put God first, ask God to guide you, direct you, and all the things that you do. Well, I've definitely put my business in God's hands. And it's so when I've been going to the stores and I've been finding different things and finding different items, and different items has been on sale or something like that, that I had no idea about. Now, I can't find a penny item to save my life. I've done that tried to do that for the last 2 weeks, going to different stores, looking at, scanning stuff and all of that. And I've had no luck with finding anything for a penny. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So, okay, stop looking for the pennies. And when the time comes, you'll find some. So right now, I don't think I need any more containers. When I say any more containers. I now have all of those. I have all of those ones I found at Family Dollar that were all different colors. These are all different colors. I already had some left from Mother's Day and a few from Father's Day. So I still had a whole lot of them. Well, I'm not going to they're outside right now anyway, so I'm not going to get them. But I'm going to do another haul probably tomorrow, because this haul is a blessing that I'm going to do tomorrow. I had a neighbor in the subdivision that I live in. I guess somebody told her that I do a lot of different craft things, and they told her that I do a lot of stuff, and I give stuff to the homeless, and I make stuff for the homeless. And so she found out that I was doing something. I'm getting ready to do something for the homeless in probably late September, right before it started to get really cold. I'm gonna make sure I have this already and ready to go. Well, when I got to talking to her, she was doing a yard sale, and I went over her house looking for, because she posted that she had baskets. And I went over there looking for some baskets, and this is what got me was when I got over there, she told me that the baskets would not cost me anything. She didn't charge me for one basket that she gave me, and I think I got 12 to 15 baskets from her that day. And that was 2 weeks ago. Well, I got a call from her because I gave her my number and everything, and we got to talking because she wanted me to get connected to a company that did solar fans or solar something. They was doing something had to do with a farm, and they was making this farm solar. And I was telling her what I was using, what I was going to do as far as these cosmetic bags. Well, I'm making some cosmetic bags out of Dollar Tree drying mats. And in those cosmetic bags, I'm going to make so many for the ladies. What I counted up was 30. I wanted to do 20 ladies and 10 for the men. And in the ladies' baskets, I mean bags, I wanted to give them personal hygiene items. I've already cut out some fleece. I have a lot of fleece fabric in the back, in my back room. So I've cut out a few, not a lot yet, because I wasn't ready to do this project. And I think once I finish this event I'm doing this weekend and next week, I think I'm going to pull out. I'm going to still be trying to finish rearranging stuff around and putting stuff in its place, all of that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, I'm also going to go ahead and start these baskets. I mean, why do I keep calling them baskets? These bags, cosmetic bags. I'm going to go ahead and sew them up, and then I'll eventually go out and start getting my contents, put what I'm going to put in there. But I want feminine items for the women, and like deodorant and all of that kind of stuff in that one. And the men's, I'm going to put in aftershave, razor, deodorant, bath wash, all of that kind of stuff for the men. And then I'm going to make scarves for the men, and I'll make scarves for the ladies. And I was thinking that I may just do like those little bags we get from Bath and Body Works. Maybe do a couple of them, and put in some kid stuff like toothpaste, toothbrush, some of that kind of stuff, just in case they have kids. But that's my plan on doing that. And in the meantime, when I was speaking with this young lady, hold on one second, let me get one of the items. Hold on. Okay. I was speaking with the young lady. She sent me an email and sent this other lady an email that she met that has her company did a lot of different solar items, and she was telling me that there's a lady I want to get you in contact with, and I want you to tell her what you told me about what you're doing, and let's see if she can give you, because I told her I wanted to get a little journal with a pen, and I want to be able to put it in that cosmetic bag. Or actually, I found some extra large Ziploc bags. So I'm going to put the cosmetic bag, I'm going to put a scarf, a hat, some gloves on the outside. But in the cosmetic bag itself, I'm going to have those toiletry items. But these other items are going to be on the outside. Well, I went to tell her what I was doing and what I wanted to find. And I was saying I needed 30 little books, journal books that had pens with them. Well, here's the box I received in the mail yesterday. She messaged me and said, I have a box on its way to you from FedEx. So I got the box yesterday from FedEx. And here's the little booklet that was in the box. And it also gives you a pen. And it has the company's logo on the front of the box. So they sent me 30 of these. So 30 of these will go into my cosmetic bags. And what I'm hoping that they would do is start to, for everybody that puts this in their hand, gets this in their hand, because what I'm going to do with some of them are, as you ride around, you see different people with signs up saying, can you help me? I'm hungry. All of that, different kind of things like that. And I'm going to go up and I want to give them one of those bags so that they can have gloves, a hat, scarf, and some toiletry items. And I'm hoping that they take this book and start journaling in it of their experiences and what they're going through or what they've been through. And that's what I wanted to do with this particular thing. I was looking at some other ones, but then when I talked to the young lady, she said, I know somebody who can send you some of these and you ain't got to worry about one more item that you don't have to worry about paying for. So when I say that I'm not worried about anything, because when I go and I bless other people, God's blessing me every time I bless somebody. Every time I try to be a blessing, and every time I be a blessing for someone, I don't worry about any monetary thing or anything like that, because just like today, going in the store and this guy giving me the 50 cent items instead of $1 items, that's a blessing. I look at that as a blessing. I truly look at that as a blessing. And I'm going to keep being a blessing to other people so that God can continue to bless me. And my feelings is I don't always have to share with anyone what I've done for somebody, because technically, truly, that's none of nobody's business unless I want to share it with them, because that actually is between me and God. He sees what I'm doing. He sees what I'm doing with my business. He sees how much stuff in a year I give away to different for different reasons, or for different people, and how I try to help different people with different things that I do. That's where Blessed Hands by Lillian came from. I want to be a blessing to somebody, because I feel that even when I take classes and when I watch different people's videos, and I'm prone to, you have a video or you have a class, and it's a class that I like, I'm going to pay for that class and take that class. I volunteer for different things. Like every Thursday, I volunteer to sew. I sew every single Thursday. We usually do it from 9:30 to 12 or 12:30, and then sometime we go from 9:30 to 3:30. But in that group that I'm sewing with, we do prayer blankets. We do prayer blankets, and they give the blankets out to people who are sick. We do pillows, we call them coughing pillows, but we do coughing pillows for the hospital. And any given Thursday when we finish, they're taking anywhere from 25 to 50 pillows to Stafford Hospital. And I forgot what the count was so far. I want to think she said 500 and something from January to now is what we've given to the hospital. So, and then we do these little prayer squares that we do. And the prayer squares we do, they give them out. We do them for the church. The church has them on Easter, and they give them to every person that comes in. This little prayer square that's on this little, I might want to say, I think no, it's not even that big. 3x3 maybe. Square, and it's quilted, and it has a little saying on the back of it, and you could literally put it in your pocket, in your back pocket, or for men in your shirt pocket. You could put it in your pants pocket in the back and keep it with you at all times. It's just called the prayer square. And then every now and then we'll do Linus blankets. We'll do pillowcases for Ryan, which is another organization. But we do various different things like that. Right now, I am doing scarves. We have a lot of flannel fabric because fabric is given to us, is donated to us. And I don't want to wait. Like last year, I waited until, I think it was late September, October. There's a church that they have the clothespins on their fence. And the church is a really big church in downtown Fredericksburg. And you can go all the way around the church, and there's a fence. And what they do is you can make scarves and hats. You can put stuff in a Ziploc bag and put it on that fence. And all of the people in the area that are homeless all know about this churches and this fence. And they come there and they get items for their family. And so now I'm working on the scarves now. I want those scarves to be finished, all of what I'm going to do. And I got a goal right now of trying to get at least 100 to 150 done before the first week of October. And so far I'm at 20. So I think Thursday I did 10, and last Thursday I did 10. So if I can kind of get 10 a week, and then if I feel like I'm getting behind, then I'll bring them home and I'll do some from home. But right now I'm just trying to stay with doing that. And those are just being done from like 9:30 to 12 or 12:30. So when we start back in September, because it's kind of warm after 12 o'clock, so we shut down and we leave and go to lunch and hang out and then come back the next Thursday. But once we're in August now, once September starts, we'll probably stay until 3:30. So if I can get that many done, if I can get 10 done in that little bit of time from 9:30 to 12:30 or 12 o'clock, then I know I can get about 20 done if we're doing 9:30 to 3:30. So that's kind of my goal. If I make more than that, that's all fine and well also, because we'll just take so many at a time, put them up on the fence, and let the different families, because I'm making kids, boys, girls, women, and men sizes and different patterns and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm working on every time I go there now, and I'll be doing that, like I said, from now till October. That's my specific thing that I'm working on there. And then, like I said, in a little while, I'm going to need to start working on my ones that I'm going to be doing, the 30 that I'm going to make. I'll be starting to work on those in a little while also. So that's kind of where I've been. And when I'm buying my items, I'm buying some things with some of that stuff in mind. Because if I can go to the dollar store, not the dollar store, the bin store on Dollar Day, and they have scarves or hats or gloves, any of that kind of thing, I'm going to snatch them up and use them in these bags. Because like I said, 30 is my goal. So I have about 5 scarves, about 5 hats, and about 5 pair of gloves already. So I got 25 more to go purchase or go find, along with my other toiletry items. So that's my mission for probably now until maybe a couple weeks. I plan to knock all of that out and get it finished. And so as soon as the weather starts to change, start passing them out as I see people with their signs, and I'm going by and I'm driving by. Because I wanted to be able, if it's a family, I want to be able to have enough to give the mom and the dad and some of the kids. So that's all I have for this video. I thank you if you've hung out with me this long. I'm sorry. Go back to my baskets. She called me yesterday, and I went by yesterday, Saturday, and she said, I have something for you. Can you come by when you get a chance? So I was out and about, and so we just stopped by on our way back home. I called her and saw that it was okay that I could stop by, and I stopped by, and she opens up her garage, and I know it had to be another 15 or 20 more baskets. Some were metal containers, and she said, well, I don't know if you can use the metal containers, but I grabbed everything that I saw in the house and told my husband that I was going to give them all to you. And I told her, I said, I thank you. I greatly thank you. I greatly appreciate it. This has been a blessing for me. So I want to say altogether, I may have 25, 30 baskets that she blessed me with. And all I kept thinking about when I was sitting there looking at, and I didn't do a count, so I'll do a count when I go tomorrow, when I make a video tomorrow on those baskets. Because I definitely have to share those baskets, because that was a blessing, and I don't block blessings. I want to share my blessings. So I'm going to talk about those baskets tomorrow and show each basket. But I would be really surprised if I start counting them baskets and I end up with 30 baskets. I really will be surprised, or won't be surprised, if I end up with 30 baskets. Because to me, that's just God saying, I see you. Keep doing what you're doing. And when that idea was given to me, all I said was, okay. And he made it so that I was able to go to Dollar Tree. And at the time, they had all the pretty patterns of those drying mats. Now you can't find those drying mats anywhere. But I bought enough to be able to cut those drying mats in half and make those baskets make those cosmetic bags that they need. And then at last week at our sewing group, I came in and one of the ladies says, Lillian, you make different things with zippers. And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, well, I got some zippers that I want to get rid of, and I wanted to give you first shot at them. And I said, okay, thank you. Well, she didn't know at the time that I'm getting ready to do these cosmetic bags and I needed zippers. And I was going to have to go through my stash and see if I had enough, because I want to do I was looking solely for 9-inch zippers. Well, how about she had about 12, 15, 9-inch. And then she had about 10 to 15, 12-inch. And then I told her what I was doing, and she gave me all the 9-inch and all the 12-inch and said, if you have to cut it down, cut it down. But take these, and they were all different colors. And I said, okay, now I don't have to go nowhere and look for any zippers for these cosmetic bags. Now I just need to sew them up, put the zippers in them, get them ready, and I'm done. I said, now I just have to get my content. I didn't want travel size items. I'll take travel size items, but I kind of wanted to try to find some full size items. I have to see how big this container is going to be. This cosmetic bag is going to be, to see what size, full size items I can fit in them. And I'm just going to use some of my items that's back here and put them in a cosmetic bag to find out if they fit. Because if they don't fit, then I might have to just get travel size items to put in there. But I'm toothbrushes, toothpaste, all of them, I want full size. So I'm hoping if I have to make that cosmetic bag a little bigger, but I want those to be full size. I don't want the little travel size of those. But anyway, I just ask you to just keep me in your prayers, keep me lifted up as I continue to be a blessing to others, and I will keep you in my prayers and keep you lifted up, and you, so that you can be a blessing to others as well. I thank you for watching this video. I thank you for hanging out with me this long time. I didn't mean for the video to be this long, but I wanted to get out everything that I wanted to get out. So again, thank you for watching. Like the channel, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, and by all means, if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'm asking you, can you subscribe to my channel and help me get 1,000 subscribers? Get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. Be blessed. God bless you, and so do I. Have an awesome night, morning, or evening whenever you're watching this video. Bye. Thank you. Bye.